And so this is what I want to talk to you about today. This midpoint in our lives, this time of midlife where we're going through this thing called menopause. So who here is in menopause? Type a yes into the chat if you know that you are in perimenopause, menopause, or post-menopause. And if you aren't sure, just type not sure. There are a lot of misconceptions around these terms of perimenopause, menopause, and post-menopause. And I'm going to go ahead and define those terms so that we can be a little bit more clear. And while I'm doing that, I would love for you to pop into the chat, whether you're in peri, mid, or post-menopause, or you're not sure, how do you feel about that? How are you feeling about this time in your life? Go ahead and pop that into the chat. So while you're doing that, I'm going to give you the definitions. A lot of women don't know this because we don't talk about menopause in our society. It's still kind of a taboo subject. So perimenopause is the time of transition before your periods end completely. And this is a period that is very individual to each woman. So it can range from just a few months to over a decade. Perimenopause can last for 10 years, it can last for 5, it can last for 1 or just a few months. It's very individual. And this is a period of time where your hormones are starting to fluctuate, going from the reproductive levels of hormones, of estrogen and progesterone and testosterone, and they're starting to diminish until we get to the levels after a reproductive phase is over. So during this phase of perimenopause, we oftentimes can experience symptoms if those hormones are out of balance as they're declining. And then menopause is just 1 year. It is a 12-month period when you haven't had any menstrual cycles. So in perimenopause, you might have a menstrual cycle and then go for 4 months and think, oh, I'm in menopause, but then you get another cycle. And then you might go for 6 more months and then you get another cycle. So once you've gone for 12 months, that usually means that you're not going to get another cycle and that your reproductive phase of life has ended. And then you know that the last 12 months you were in menopause. So it's kind of interesting that we don't know that we're in menopause until afterwards, because we don't know that those 12 months have passed until we're at the end of it. And then after that 12-month period, the rest of our lives, when we have no more menstrual cycles, that is post-menopause. So let me know if that makes sense.